Chen Fan spent months planning the perfect wedding for him and his fiancée Liu Qingqing, booking the fanciest ballroom at his own Dingsheng Hotel. Hauling out his rare antique champagne flutes from the former West Bilan dynasty, and arranging 27 eternal roses, 13 white, 14 red, for forever love, that his estate specially developed. Everything was set for their big day, until his class reunion took a chaotic turn. Zhao Siyan, the guy who'd bullied Chen Fan back in college, showed up bragging that he'd scored the swankiest venue in town for their class get-together. Dude didn't just stop there, he started flaunting a Nautilus watch, claiming it was a gift from his girlfriend who owned Dingsheng Hotel. The kicker, that girlfriend's name was Liu Qingqing, Chen Fan's fiancée. Chen Fan showed up to the reunion, playing it low-key, while Dao and his crew mocked him for still delivering food and fixing cars like he did in college. Zhou even offered him a sweet gig as a security guard at Dingxing, sneering that he could work his way up to captain if he groveled enough. But here's the tea, Zhou Fan wasn't just some broke guy, he was the secret owner of Dingxing Hotel, and every priceless piece in that ballroom. Liu Qingqing had been blowing his money on Zhao, maxing out her secondary card 3 times in a day. When Zhao tried to pop open the vintage champagne and use those antique flutes, the ones Chen Fan auctioned for a fortune, Chen Fan put his foot down. June called Liu Qingqing, who yelled at the hotel manager to let her do whatever he wanted, threatening to fire him if he didn't comply. But the manager stood his ground. Because the only person who actually owned those flutes was Chen Fan, things got messy fast. They tried to order $3,000 king crabs, only to find his card was cancelled, thanks to Bo Fan's quick call. He threw a fit, screaming that Chen Fan was just jealous of his success. Then, Liu Qingqing's voice came over the phone, pretending to be Zhao's girlfriend, which shattered Chen Fan, until he realized she was probably just enabling Zhao's ego without knowing the full truth. Wait, no. When Zhou asked the manager to book him a room with another girl, it clicked. Liu Qingqing had been sneaking Zhao into the hotel for months, and Chen Fan had no clue. By the time Liu Qingqing was on her way to the ballroom, ready to defend Zhao and fire anyone who stood in his way, Chen Fan was done playing nice. He'd spent years trusting her with his business and his heart, only to have their wedding venue turned into a party for her side guy. Then tension hit fever pitch when Zhou grabbed the champagne bottle, ready to smash those priceless flutes, until Chen Fan finally dropped the bombshell. This is my wedding venue, those flutes are mine, and your little girlfriend's card, I cancelled it. Everyone froze. Zhao went from cocky to panicked, realizing the guy he'd been mocking this whole time was the actual boss. Liu Qingqing walked in, only to face the man she'd betrayed. Surrounded by the wedding decorations she'd let her fling trash. It's a wild ride of lies, betrayal, and sweet revenge, proving that the quietest person in the room is often the one holding all the cards. You won't believe how this wedding disaster turns into the ultimate comeuppance.